And welcome back. Today we have the Somers Tuskers coming into this matchup off a loss versus John Jay, sitting at 2-12 on this season, while Panas, the Panas Panthers, comes into this matchup sitting at 4-10, coming off a loss versus Clarkstown North. We have a battle of two teams trying to grab some wins before the end of the season, as the Somers Tuskers take on the Walter Panas Panthers. And today I'm Benny Silk. I'll be commentating along with Brandon Nappi. And as we introduce our starting lineups, just go through this fast. So our starting lineups for the Tuskers. So we have Philip Santora, Leo Kaiming, Neo Concostus, Ben O'Brien, and Chris Spano. Brandon, how about the starting lineup? And that was the national anthem. And now let's take a look at Walter Panas' starting lineup. So we have Isaiah Wallace, Amari Looms, Sean Cohen, and we're gonna find out who else is in the starting lineup when they get started in a second. And we'll be back as they start the tip-off in just a second.
Once again, we welcome our able athletes. For those that would like to make a donation towards Able Athletics, it is a tax-deductible organization. Please see Todd Spano, who is sitting with his son next to the coach of the Somers team at halftime or at the end of the game. Todd, give the fans a wave.
All right, we're here. We're getting ready for the tip-off.
And Brandon, I want to know what do you see happening today?
I mean, I see a great game today. Two teams that are struggling as of recent, more losses than wins, but we're getting ready to go here. All right. All right, here we go. Ball is up,
right,
and Somers will get the first possession.
So right now we have Quinones with the ball, dribbling down the court. Quinones to Kemming. Kemming finds Santora up for the three, bounces off the basket, and it does not go in. So it's now Panas' ball.
All right. As that number one up to the court here, Corey Williams over to number 3, over to 2 in the corner, into the paint for number 3 to get 2 points for Panas. First score of this game.
Now there goes Quinones, dribbling down the court, finds Leo Kemming. Now Quinones with the ball, back to Santor. Santora trying to find an open man. Santor to O'Brien. And whistle's called there. Looks like it's going to be Walter Panas' ball.
Number 1 up the court with the ball. Over to Michael. Over to Brandon. Back over to Isaiah. Isaiah back to the top. 33 dribbling in. Back out to number 2, over to number 3. Up for the 2 points. 2 points are no good. Rebound by number 23. And number 3, Michael Salaberos, is fouled going up for the 2 points.
So he's now on for the free throws.
He's gonna have 2 shots. First one is up, first one's good. Second is up. The second is no good. Ben O'Brien over to Leo Kaimeg.
Kaimeg finds Santor. Back to Kaimeg. Back to Quinones. Quinones now with the ball. Quinones finds Kaimeg. Kaimeg finds Santor. Now Santor. Santor can't find open man. Quinones goes in the back, but he goes to Kaimeg across the court. Finds Spano up for the basket, and it goes in for the Tuskers.
Williams taking the ball up the court. Sassing over to 3. Over to 33 on the corner. Back up to 3. Over and out to 2. 23. Back to 33. Up for the 3 points. 3 points nowhere near the actual basket.
So now with the ball, it's going to be stolen back by Walter Panas, number 1.
Williams with the ball. Over to 23 in the corner. 23 working in for the layup. Lay is no good. And out of bounds off Panas.
And that is going to make it the Tuskers ball. So Camming is going to be throwing it back in for the Tuskers. Finds Quinones. Quinones dribbling down the court. Camming finds Quinones. Back to Santor. Back to Camming. Back to O'Brien. Back to Camming. Camming with the ball. Finds Quinones. Quinones back to Spano to O'Brien. O'Brien finds Camming. Back to Santora. A lot of passing on this drive. Back to Spano. Up for the basket, and it goes in.
Williams to take the inbounds here. Williams looking for options, He finds number 23. Wallace, 23, driving in for the layup, and he is fouled going up for the layup. Coach James is not happy with that one. So number 23 to the line, Isaiah Wallace. First shot is up. First shot is good.
And who are the star players on Panas for this matchup? So we got Manuel Joseph and Cody Williams are the 2 players to look out for in this matchup.
Second shot is good for Wallace's free throws.
So now it's Quinones with the ball, dribbling down the court. Quinones finds Santora. Back to Quinones. Back to O'Brien. Quinones and O'Brien passing to each other. Now Chris Spano with the ball. Camming now with the ball. But O'Brien up for the basket and gets it. It's a 2 for the Tuskers.
All right, ball over to number 3, Michael Salaberos. It looks like he's going to pass it over to Corey Williams, number 1. Williams out to Wallace. Back to Williams. Up for the 3, and it's out of bounds.
Now it's going to be the Tuskers ball, as it's going to be Camming throwing it back in. Camming. So Quinones with the ball, dribbling down the court. There goes Quinones. Quinones goes up for the 3, hits the backboard, stolen by 33 of Walter Panas.
33, number 33, Lucas De Lima. Receives the pass from Williams. Williams passing back and forth finally it's to somebody else. It's going to be number 23. Looking for options. Back over to Williams at the top. Almost a steal by Somers, but number 2 of Walter Panas able to keep the ball. And he goes up for the 3. That is no good.
We got Kemming with the ball. Kemming finds O'Brien. O'Brien going for the basket and will get the 2 for the Tuskers. And they're going to take an 8-5 lead. Now O'Brien also fouled, so he's on for the free throws there. And what are the star players to look out on the Tuskers today? And there isn't really an important star player as O'Brien makes his free throw. It's every player on their team, no matter how big or small the contribution is, as the Tuskers need to work together to get some wins.
So Lucas De Lima working the ball up the court over to number 3, Michael Salaveros, who loses the ball, and Leo Kaimeg is able to pick that up.
There goes Kaimeg down the court, finds Santor. Santor to Quinones, up for the 3. And it hits the basket, but it's going to be rebounded by Somers. Eventually goes back to Panas.
All right, number 23 working in, back out to 33. Sorry, De Lima, who is good for the 3 points. And looks like we're going to have a Walter Panas timeout now. With 2 minutes, 51 seconds left in the first period. Somers on top, 9-8.
And what is the key to success for the Tuskers tonight? So first off, it's just a fast start. They need to start off fast, and they have so far, but so has Walter Panas. Also, make good decisions with the ball is what the Tuskers need to do tonight. Also, limit turnovers. In the Arlington game last Saturday, having turned 4 turnovers in the first half put the Tuskers up 6 over a tough AAA opponent for Arlington, which is really impressive for the Tuskers to be able to do that. And if they're able to limit the turnovers, they may be able to, and do what they did in the first half, they may be able to very well do what they did in that last matchup versus a much less difficult squad. But Kemming with the ball finds Santor, timing. Santor with the ball, back to Spano, hits the backboard, stolen by Walter Panas.
Walter Panas up the court now. And it's going to be Somers' ball, I believe, on an offensive foul. That was number 3, Michael Salaberios. And Panas is going to have subs now. So Rooms and Cohen are going to come on for number 2 and number 33. Those are going to be Cepeda and De Lima. So it's going to be Somers' ball here.
So
We're going to have a timeout now.
So as they go in for a timeout, these guys haven't played each other in a bit, and they haven't played each other before Coach James' time. And last time they played was December 27th, 2022, where the Tuskers won 55-48, but it was a close game. They also played and won a 56. No, they lost 56-58. Panas winning that one in a close one. But those are our most recent matchups versus these two. It's been a few years, but they're back up against each other. And Brandon, do you want to go over a few teams that? Do you want to go over a few things the team worked on in practice this week?
Yeah. So this week in practice, Somers worked on defending their action, playing tougher overall, and just being a tougher team as well overall. So good things that I think very well can help them, especially being tough. They need that in order to win some games here towards the end of this season, as it begins to start wrapping up for them if they do not get a few wins here.
Yeah, and this matchup, what I was saying, it's the first time they played it since 2022, but these two teams do have a rivalry going back at least to 2017, where Somers went on to win most of the games, Panas winning 2 of them, but 2020 they played, Somers won 59-51, and Panas won the other one 59-46. So it's when these guys play, it's either team that wins, and these have always been even teams versus each other. So they head back out there finally. So Kemming is going to throw it in to Santor. Throw it in. Kemming with the ball. Kemming to O'Brien. O'Brien back to Kemming. And stolen by 23.
Wallace with the steal. And he goes right up for an open layup. 2 points for Panas.
Panas on the scoreboard. That is what they want to avoid, steals or turnovers there. And they just gave one up there. But now with the ball, Quinones finds Spano up for the basket. Does not go in. Taken back by Walter Panas.
Wallace with the ball here. Over to number 5. That is going to be Cohen. Cohen, saw the half court. Not sure what to do right now. And we got over to Salaberos. Over to Williams, who then goes over to Rooms. Back to Williams and over to Wallace. Wallace driving in. Passes out to Rooms. Number 5. Over to Williams at the top. Over to Wallace in the corner. Back to Williams in the corner. And then to number 3, who will dribble in and take a shot that misses.
So it hits the rim, does not go in, but now we got Philip Santor, and in for the Tuskers. Subbing in, we have Julian Rosa for Quinones. Now with the ball, it's O'Brien. Back to Santor. Santor now with the ball, tries to get the 3, does not go, and stolen by... We'll see whose ball it is.
Foul.
So
Santor was fouled, so he will go to the line. So 2 shots.
So Santor fouled there. That makes it 2 shots for him, and yeah, so first one goes up and in. Now Santor at the line again for his second shot. We're all knotted up at 10. Close, exciting game. Second one goes up, goes around the rim, and does not go in. So we're going to be knotted up at 10, and we have Chris Stecker subbing in for Chris Spano for the Tuskers. A sub or 2 in for Walter Panas as well. We got Spano with another free throw. Goes up, and this one is going to go in as he was fouled on the past the 3-point line, so that he gets 3 free throws.
Who's going free?
What?
So Cohen bringing the ball up the court here. Guarded by Spano. Cohen over to Wallace. Wallace up for the shot, just shy of the 3. It's no good.
Now Santora with the ball, dribbling down the court to Decker. Decker, he stopped. Chris Decker, someone who's been out for the last few games, at least these home games for the Tuskers, and he is back and in, not on the starting lineup tonight, but in the game, as he is one of the top players on this team, getting some play time.
Just want to note the number 4 for Panas, Vega, is now in the game. He came in for number 2.
So Decker's first free throw is good.
And 34 of Panas is coming in for Wallace. 34 is going to be Jayden Terlavaro.
Now Decker on for his second free throw. It goes up and it goes in.
All right, Cohen. Cohen with the ball here. Taking the inbound from Vega. Over to number 3. Number 3, Salabero. Over to Rooms, number 0. Over to Terra Lavoro. And it's stolen. Almost stolen by Leo Meg, but knocked out of bounds. Walter Panas ball at the half court line.
Yeah, so as Meg touched it, it's gonna still be Walter Panas' ball. Now I got number 5, Panas with the ball.
Over to Rooms, number 0. Over to Salavero, who drives in for the layup. 5 seconds left on the quarter. Is Philip Santor going to try to take a long shot? Yes, he is. And it's going to be no good. Ends of the first period.
Had the length, but had the distance, but did not have the aim, and it will be short as that is the end of the first quarter. The Tuskers lead 13-12. We will be right back in a second after a commercial break. Watch the Soma Sports broadcast, where we break down the world of sports.
Back, he throws. There's 2 defenders on the tight end.
Interview guests.
Here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
Predict upcoming sport games.
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
Debate sports.
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
Discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports.
Alex Bowman. I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
And much more.
A fumble. This could be game.
I'm with
Nicky Duffy.
Dean Palzall.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports broadcast. You could find them on YouTube and Spotify.
All right. So we got Salavero here with the ball. He went for a layup, but was blocked.
So now Santor with the ball. Santor finds Rosa. Back to Martin. Martin now with the ball. We got Martin in, a sophomore for Somers. And whistle's called. Looks like
Somers ball. I believe Martin took a foul.
So it's going to be Rosa, Julian Rosa, who throws it back in, number 5 for the Tuskers. As Martin right there as well. And and while we wait, what plays do we expect to see from Panas? This is when I asked Coach James this. He said back screen action, ball screen action, and dribble drive action. All pretty key plays as they get down. It's going to be Somers throwing it back in after being fouled. Martin throwing it back in for the Tuskers. Martin. There goes Martin. Tries to throw it into Monahan. Blocked, but able to rebound the ball. Now Santor with the ball. Back to Martin. Martin goes trying to find an open man. Finds Rosa. Up for the 3. And hits the backboard. No good. And what we've seen with Rosa and Martin coming in, it's that for Somers to win, it's a whole team effort. And we're seeing it with those 2 players right there.
Cohen to go up the court with the ball. Over to Williams, who's back in the game, number 1. He finds number 24. We have not seen him yet. Cordovez.
And it's going to be blocked by Chris Decker for the Tuskers. Blocked by Chris Decker of the Tuskers. I believe he did touch it, so it's still going to be Panas' ball.
We'll start here again. Cohen with the ball coming up the court. Over to Williams. Looks like it might be the same play. Yes, back up to Cohen. Cohen tries to get to Williams. Well, it does get to Williams. It rolls. Oh, back over to Cohen. Looking for options. Out to number 4, Talavoro. Goes up for 3. That 3 is no good. Somers with the rebound.
So now with the ball, we got Decker. Decker tries to throw to Martin. Martin touches it and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Walter Panas' ball.
Number 23, Isaiah Wallace back in for Panas now. He inbounds to Cohen. Notice Panas is subbing quite a lot. Screen set. but it does not work. Ball is bouncing around here. The referee finally blows the whistle. Let's see what they call here. Not sure what they're going to do here. It looks like Somers did call a timeout. Somers called a timeout.
So as we take a break for the timeout, what plays may Somers scheme up to get the ball down the court in this matchup? So half-court sets, transition sets, just two key plays. Both of these the Tuskers have been doing throughout the season, and it's been working, allowing them to put up 55 or more points for the season. And if things are working, you got to stick with it, and that is exactly what Coach James and the Tuskers plan to do in this matchup. So far we have a knotted up, close game, 13-12, and an impressive performance by both teams, just being able to keep it close on both offense and defense side of things.
I think it's worth pointing out that there have been no points scored in the second half yet. So
Yeah.
Somers, with 6.5 minutes left, looking to get the first point of the second quarter. Philip Santor with the ball, driving in for a layup. He does get the layup. It's 2 points for Somers, the first points of the second period. So Cohen to bring the ball up the court now. Screen set by Wallace. Cohen gets around, passes it back over to Wallace. Wallace looks for Williams, but knocked away by Rosa. Williams recovers it on their side of the court. The whistle is blown. Is that a foul on Somers? May have been a foul on Somers there. But it is going to be a Panas ball at the half-court line. They're going to pass it back to number zero, Rooms. Rooms trying to drive in past Kharif Martin, but he just can't seem to get past him. Over to Wallace on the left side, trying to work around Timmy Monahan, back over to Cohen, who is looking for a screen from Wallace, but does not get it. He's able to get a pass to him. Wallace started to drive in, but he was fouled on his way in, and he is not going to go to the line. It's going to be an inbound play for Panas. So Cohen to inbound to his teammates here. He's got Williams out far, but he chooses to go with Wallace. Wallace goes over to Rooms, but Rosa knocks it out of the air. A quick pass to Philip Santor, looking for a layup. No good, but he is fouled.
And now going up for the free throws. We're throwing them back in, Santora. So yes, Santora up for the free throws now for the Tuskers. First free throw goes up, it goes in and out, so no good. Still remains a 3-point lead for the Tuskers. Santa on for free throw number 2 now. Goes up and in for the Tuskers, and also in for the Tuskers subbing in. Now we have Timmy Monahan in as well for Kyming.
Number 5, Cohen, trying to work up the court, but he is immediately fouled by Kharif Martin, number 14. So Kharif is not happy about that call, but Coach James is just going to tell him to pick his head up and keep playing hard. So number 24 to inbound, Cordovez. He inbounds to Rooms, but it's bounced around, ends up in the hands of Cohen. Back up to the top to Wallace. Wallace up for the 3. Wallace's 3 is good.
It bounces on the rim and goes in for Panas. Now going down the court, we have Martin. Martin going up for the 2, and it goes in for the Tuskers.
All right, now there's plenty of points being scored. 18-15 now. Cohen working up the court, almost gets a screen from Wallace. Does get a screen from Rooms though. And it's going to turn over the ball here. So Somers is going to inbound from right in front of their bench.
It's going to be Somers' ball. Martin now dribbling down the court. Here goes Martin. Martin, movement, trying to find an open man. Is he going for the basket? Tries to throws to Santor, and it winds up going out of bounds. It will be Panas' ball.
All right. So Williams takes the inbound here from Cohen. So you got Williams trying to work around Julian Rosa. He finds Wallace at the top, guarded by Timmy Monahan. Manages to get by, and that's going to be no good on the layup. He was looking for a foul. He might have gotten a little push from Monahan as he was getting away, but the ref did not believe it was enough to call a foul, so it's going to be Somers' ball now.
So Santor throwing it back in for the Tuskers. Martin right there. Get the ball. Martin dribbling down the court. There goes Martin. The future of this team, one of the futures of this team, as Santor, Spano, and Monahan, some of the seniors, Chris Decker, and basically the rest of the other team will be back, but it's gonna get the three.
Yeah, so nice three-pointer there from Phil Santor to put Somers ahead 21-15. All right, we have number 3, Michael Salaveros up the court for Panas. He looks for a screen, does not get it. He just tries to go right in for a layup himself. He had an open lane, but he does miss the layup. Julian Rosa grabs the rebound.
Now going down the court, Chris Decker with the ball. Chris Decker to Martin. Back to Santor. Up for the three. Hits the rim, does not go in. Was it? Looked like it was rebounded by Somers, but foul. Looks like it's gonna be Walter Panas' ball at the end of it.
Yes, so Panas' ball here. Julian Rosa subs out, and Ben O'Brien comes back in for Somers. There was no subs for Panas, so Cohen will start with the ball. Wallace comes across, takes the pass from Cohen. He goes back over to number 33, Lucas Dalila, who passes out to number 3. Back to Dalila. Looks to drive in, but he is fouled by possibly multiple Somers players. Let's see who the referee awards the foul to. It's going to be another foul against Karif Martin. And Leo Kaimeg is going to come in now for number 10, Timmy Monahan, as Panas looks to inbound from under the basket. Cohen to inbound. Inbounds to
33.
To number 33, who passes over to number 5. Number 5 is Sean Cohen, gets the basket.
Santor finds Kaimeg. Kaimeg back to Santor. Finds Martin. Guarded by 23. Up for the basket, hits the rim, and will be taken back by Panas.
Williams up the court hard. Passes over to number 3, Salaveros, who does not get the basket. Rebound by Somers.
Stolen back by Kaimeg. Martin now, the ball back to Santor for the 3. It goes in! Philip Santor gets the 3 for the Tuskers.
Philip is hot today. We got Cohen starting with the ball here. Guarded by Leo Kaimeg. Looking for a screen from Lucas De Lima over to Wallace. Off the screen, back up to Cohen at the top. He drives in. He goes for shot, but the rebound by Ben O'Brien, who is then fouled. The referees seem to disagree here, though. Let's see what they come up with here. The referees pointed opposite directions. But no, they're going to send Ben O'Brien to the free throw line here.
So O'Brien out there. Recently subbed back in for the Tuskers. O'Brien's first free throw is up. Hits the back of the rim. Close to the backboard. No good. And now subbing in, we got Spano for Martin. And we got Kaimeg, Santor, O'Brien, Spano, and Decker. That is your current lineup for the Tuskers as it goes in. And now Panas back the ball.
Cohen to bring the ball up the court here. Let's see. He seems to be getting a lot of screens from Wallace and Lucas de Lima. So let's see. He passes over to the top where he finds Lucas de Lima. Passes back to Cohen in the corner. Cohen driving in for a layup from the corner. Does it go in? Yes, it does.
So Kaimeg to Santor. Santor trying to find open man. We got O'Brien. The ball goes to O'Brien. Now to Decker. Up for the basket. It goes in. Looked like he was fouled there as well. And now it's going to be Walter Panas' ball.
Williams to inbound to Cohen here. Over to Salaveros. He finds Williams. Williams at the top. Over to De Lima. He finds Salaveros running towards the top. And knocked loose by Chris Decker.
Stolen by Chris Decker, but knocked out by number 33. Up for the basket for Panas. No
Yes.
good. Taken back by Chris Decker. Chris Decker, Kaimeg. There goes Kaimeg down the court. Back to Santor. Santor, the ball. Santor up for the three, and it goes in for the Tuskers with 45 seconds left in the half.
Excitement from some Somers here in attendance tonight. So Cohen here at the top. He finds Salaveros coming towards him. And he's just going to try to drive in, but he is fouled. So he will go to the line. There, he's going to have 2 shots. 2 shots for Michael Salaveros. First shot is up. And it's no good.
And
No good on the
Somers
first
fans
shot.
making some noise there.
Somers trying to distract. And now number 1, Corey Williams will come out. He will sub out for Jayden Terlavoro. And number 2, Brandon Cepeda will also come in.
The varsity football team cheering on their team. Their strategy did not work for the second free throw.
Second free throw was good.
As it was good. So now Somers with the ball. Finds Kemming. Kemming back to Spano. To O'Brien. Up for the basket. Fouled beforehand. Anyway, it did not go in. But it looks like it's going to be O'Brien on for the free throws for the Tuskers. Currently up by 8. 14 seconds left until halftime. And stay tuned, just because it's halftime, don't leave. We have a halftime show, whole halftime show coming up for you guys, so stay tuned and yeah. The first free throw goes in. 29-20 is your score right now. Second free throw for O'Brien goes up and in.
More subs for Panas. So Williams and Terlavoro are going to come out for number 5 and number 23. So number 5, Cohen to bring the ball up. He looks and he finds Lucas de Lima. Lucas de Lima at the top looking for a 3. That is short. But that is it. As number 2, Brandon Cepeda looks to get a last second shot, but he is too late. That will end our first half here. Your final score for the first half is 30-20. A nice lead for Somers. Don't go anywhere. We will be back in just a moment with our halftime show on YouTube.
and welcome back to a halftime show. It was an exciting first half and good, well-performed first half by the Tuskers. And it was a close first half. We were originally tied at 10. Tuskers pulled away in the second quarter, making it a 10-point lead, and Tuskers being able to do exactly what they need to do to be up by 10 at this moment. And yeah, so Coach James' strategies for this game, it's been working well for the Tuskers so far, limiting the turnovers and being able to get it done. And Brandon, what are your thoughts on the first half?
Man, this was sure a competitive half. I mean, Somers did come out on top of this half with a 10-point lead, but it was sure competitive. It was a good first half of basketball, and these teams are I'd say pretty evenly matched, pretty perfectly matched here for them to play each other. I know Somers does have a 10-point lead, but in high school basketball, that can be made up real quick. Benny?
Yeah, I think it was a good first half. Both teams pretty evenly playing the game. Somers just doing a bit better. And yeah, so yeah, even though 2 less wins than Panas this year, Somers trying to get to the 6-win mark before the end of the season so they can make the playoffs. It's a hard task, but they're trying to scrape as many wins as they can to be able to get that done. And what's the most impressive play in the first half? That's a tough one. I gotta say the Santor 3. There were multiple of them. All the Santor's threes were very impressive.
I'm not gonna go with Somers here, as this was a competitive game. Wallace, number 23 for Panas, has been setting some pretty good screens. Now, they aren't necessarily being used every single time. Sometimes they do decide to go the other direction away from him. But they are effective when they are used, and he is always in a good place to set a screen or get a pass from his teammates.
Yeah, and who do you think is the player of the first half? And I'll just start off. I think first on the Tusker side of things, Philip Santor, someone who's played amazing throughout the first half of the Tuskers, getting those multiple threes. And he's the star of the team for a reason. And yeah, but Brandon, who do you think the player of the first half is?
Oh, I think it has to be Philip Santor with all those 3-pointers he had, and he's hot. I also runner-up probably would have to be either Leo Kaimeg or Karif Martin. They've both been playing some hard basketball. I know Karif Martin has a few fouls up on the board, but he's playing hard, tough basketball, and that's just a result. He's really trying to be a big impact here. He wants to put a bold statement out there for his years to come as a Tuskers basketball player.
Yeah, and it was an exciting first half, and in the second half, this is my prediction for the second half, I think the Tuskers are going to be able to continue exactly what they've been doing, pull ahead a bit more, and I think they're going to wind up taking this one by 15 on the way that this game is going. I think they're going to take this one 65-50. Brandon, how about you?
Yeah, I think Somers is going to keep pulling away a little bit, but I also do think that Panas is going to come out of that locker room and get a little hot. Maybe not quite as hot as Somers, but a little bit hot. So I could see the final score being around 55-43 or 45 as Somers returns to the court for their second half warm-ups. Somers coming back out, taking the court. We'll see Panas come back out shortly soon. But now let's move on to our players to look out for in the second half. So my player to look out for the second half, I'll give one from each team. Philip Santor on my side, he's hot. He's only going to keep getting hotter. Along with Wallace, number 23, setting those screens. He looks like he's a pretty good shot as well. And number 5, Cohen on Panas. He seems to be plays a lot with the ball. He's seen to be a good passer. He's using the screens to his advantage, and I'm just looking to see what he might be able to do in the second half of this ball game. Benny?
Yeah, I'm going to say a name that I don't think Brandon said, and that is Chris Decker. He's been out for the last few games, first game back, at least for the home games, and he's only played a little bit, but I think he's one of the stars of this team, if you remember back to the earlier games this season, and I think if he's able to show up in the second half, I think that will help Somers tremendously, and I think he's a player to look out for. But also, of course, we have Santor. Monahan off the bench has been having a good game the last few weeks. And also Martin, what a day he has had. On Panas' side of thing, I think number 23 you got to look out for. Number 23 and Sean Cohen also on the Panas side of things. Those are key players for them. And let's now move on. So we're going to give you a bit of a preview for our next sports broadcasting episode. We haven't made it yet, but as we're 2 weeks away, what are your Super Bowl predictions? And Brandon left, so I'll go first. I think Chiefs-Eagles, disappointing it wasn't the Bills, as getting a little bit tired of seeing the Chiefs and the Eagles. The Chiefs, at least, as they just played 2 years ago. But I think it's going to be the Chiefs, unfortunately, who get it done 28-20. Now, Brandon, what is your Super Bowl 58 prediction?
58 or 59?
59, yes.
59, correcting Benny. Sorry, you confused me for a second.
59.
So we got the Chiefs-Eagles. I just don't think that's going to go too well for the Chiefs. I mean, they're a great team. Let's not get it wrong, but I think the Chiefs are just the favorite team here. So I think the final score will be around 38 Chiefs to 31 Eagles. That'll be our final score in this year's Super Bowl.
Now on to Jayden.
All right, so this prediction for the Super Bowl is definitely hard for me. I think the score is going to be tight. I'm sure it's going to be a tough competition, especially for, really both teams, really. I think the Eagles are going to take it this time, prevent this three-peat from happening, but I think it's definitely going to be a hard battle. Yeah, three-peat for the Kansas City. And for this game so far, I think it's been great. I think Somers definitely needs to keep their lead. I think they can definitely do it. And yeah, I think they definitely got to keep getting around Walter Panas, getting the score, keep it up. Great game so far.
And if the Chiefs do a three-peat, that would be the first team to do it since the Packers, who won the NFL championship and then went on to win the first two Super Bowls when the NFL first started. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in to our halftime show, and we'll be right back after a commercial break. Watch the Soma Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports,
Back, he throws. There's two defenders on the tight end.
interview guests,
Here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
predict upcoming sport games,
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
debate sports,
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports,
Alex Bowman. I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
and much more.
I'm with
Nikki Duffy.
Dean Palzall. I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports Broadcast. You could find them on YouTube and Spotify. And folks, welcome back to the second half. We got Somers taking on Panas, and it was a good first half. It was close throughout, and at the end, Somers was able to pull away, making it a 10-point game.
Yeah, as halftime ticks down here, both teams, their final preparations for the second half. 25 seconds left. It's going to be 30-20 here. And Benny, do you have any final thoughts from this halftime show?
I think I'm just gonna say this is what Somers need to do. They just gotta keep doing what they've been doing. The game plan for this game has been working phenomenal for the Tuskers, and I think if they keep doing that, they're gonna be able to get a win in this game.
Wow. You got tip off.
Oh yeah. Okay. So teams come back out for tip off.
No, Somers is going to get an inbound play.
So it's going to be Santor with the ball. Throws it back in. Santor finds Spano. Finds Kemming. Back to Santor. Santor going towards the basket. Up for the basket, and it goes in. Now the ball, number 23. Number 23 of Wallace. Back to 3, back to 23 of Wallace. Up for the 3. It's the whim, and it does not go in.
And Santor coming up the court here, pressured by number 2 of Panas, but he finds a way in. And he's fouled. Fouled. Somers is going to inbound from under the basket. Leo Kaimeg to inbound for Somers. Somers is going to move around. He's going to find Santor in the near corner. Over to Decker at the top. Decker trying to dribble in. Passes back out to Ben O'Brien. Spano calling for the ball, but O'Brien chooses to go to Santor. Swings it over to Kaimeg. Back to Santor. Up for the 3. 3 is good. Philip Santor with another three-pointer. 35-20 Somers.
With the ball now, number 1 for Panas, number 1 of Williams. Williams finds 3, up for the basket, and it goes in. Number 3 of Barrios.
And Leo Kaimeg with the ball over to Chris Decker. Back to Santor. Into Spano. Spano up for the layup, but no good. Spano gets his own rebound. Out to Santor on the corner. Up for 3. 3 is good. Santor is good with another 3. And there's going to be a timeout called as Panas hopes to calm down this hot Somers offense coming out of halftime. 38-22 with 6:25 left in the third period.
What a start for the Tuskers. Less than 2 minutes in, it's already been an 8-2 score coming out of halftime. And yeah, Somers just looked pretty impressive there. And we will be right back in a moment, so stay tuned. So we're back.
We're back here. Panas with the ball. Williams working up the court. It finds Wallace in the corner, who finds number 33, Lucas De Lima. Back to Wallace. Wallace up for the 3. Wallace, 3 is no good. And there's going to be a foul on number 3, Michael Celebarios. He's going to head to the line. Celebarios with 2 free throws here. First one is up, and it's good. Clearly the noise from the Somers crowd did not interfere, and it looks like Nico Quinones is going to come in for Chris Decker, and he has a bandage on his forehead, but the second free throw is up and is good.
There goes number 15 of Quinones. Going up for the basket. So again, Quinones switching jersey here, now wearing number 15.
Raise the volume in my headset a little bit. Yeah.
Throwing it back in now, number 1 for Panas.
Number 3 up the court now, Salaborios. He finds Williams. Williams passing it around, ends up with Wallace at the top. Wallace dribbling around, out to Salaborios, back in. He goes up for the shot, and it's no good, out of bounds. It's going to be Somers' ball, no point. It's going to be 38 to 24 with 5.5 minutes remaining.
And Somers showing up here in the second half. Best performance I think I've seen by Somers all in these games so far, as they've really shown up today. Spano with the ball now. Back to O'Brien, finds Santor. Santor with the ball, decides to keep it to Spano. Back to Quinones, up for the 3, and it goes in for the Tuskers.
Another timeout called. Timeout is going to be called by Panas. Yes, Panas timeout as they look to slow down the Tuskers offense. 5 minutes left in the third period, 41 to 24. Panas is struggling this second half. Whatever Coach James said to his Somers players in the locker room clearly got them going. They're hyped up. They're on fire. We're hitting threes. Some good defense. Benny?
Yeah, Somers has been able to do exactly what they need to do. And how are these teams similar to each other? What are the similarities of both these teams? Both these teams have been struggling this year, rebuilding this year, and both teams are finding a way to scrape together wins. And both these teams, as you can see tonight, want the win. It looks like Somers being able to get it done so far tonight, as they're up big. And yeah, and we got some upcoming matchups that we will be calling. Stay tuned for that.
Inbounds to Salaborios. Coming up the court. Gets a screen from Wallace, but it's not as effective as previous. Over to Williams in the corner. He finds Vega near the top. DeLima with the ball. Hands it off to Wallace. Wallace driving in. He's stuck, but he finds Salaborio at the top. Passes it out to Williams. Williams up for the 3. Williams' 3 is overshot, but Wallace gets the rebound. Passes it back out to Salaborios. Coach James thinks that it was backcourt, but it was not. Salaborio's up for the 3. It's no good.
Now with the ball, we got Quinones to O'Brien. Back with the ball, Quinones. There goes Quinones, now dribbling, trying to get some time off the clock. Finds O'Brien, back to Quinones again. Now Santor with the ball, guarded by number 4, Walter Panas. Santor going. 4 tries to steal it from him. Santor to Spano, and it goes in for the Tuskers.
Back and forth between Spano and Santor there for a second, eventually ending in the Tuskers basket. Good result. Salabarios across half court, stolen by Ben O'Brien. Ben O'Brien looking, and he finds Quinones. Back and forth between them shots, and Ben O'Brien is fouled. Ben O'Brien fouled, going for the shot. He's gonna head to the free throw line.
So O'Brien up with free throws. The Tuskers, and if you're just getting here, currently starting for the Tuskers, we got Spano, Quinones, O'Brien, Kemming, and Philip Santor. So first free throw is up, and it goes in.
Rooms and Cohen coming in for Vega, and Williams on Walter Panas.
Now up for the second free throw, we got O'Brien. Multiple free throws tonight for O'Brien. Second free throw is up, and it goes in.
All right, Cohen to bring the ball up the court, taking the inbound from Wallace. It's over to Salaborios. He almost catches a screen from DeLima. but in for Vega. Vega loses control, but it would appear that it was off Somers, so it is going to be Panas' ball still. Cohen to inbound. Over to DeLima, up for the three. Three is no good. Over to Santor.
Santora up for the basket, no good. Well, looks like it's gonna be a foul. And now looks like the teams are gonna call a timeout once again. And here's some upcoming matchups. So Panas' next matchup, they take on Lakeland on February 1st, so 2 days from now. So on Saturday, they take on Lakeland. Somers takes on Harrison on February 1st. And then we have Somers versus John Jay on February 2nd. This is senior night. And we will also be here calling that game. 100% on local live, most likely off of YouTube as well. We'll see the availability for everyone. And Somers versus Panas, they take on each other again on February 13th.
So this was indeed a Somers timeout, as we have heard from credible sources from our team here. But Santor's going to be taking his free throws all alone right now, waiting for Panas to break. Back over to you, Benny.
All right, so the teams come back out. It's going to be Santora taking the free throws. So Philip Santor shooting the free throws here. Tuskers have a commanding lead currently up 45 to 24. They are up by 21. There goes Santor, getting multiple threes tonight. Goes around the rim. It does not go in. Santor with another chance. And another free throw. Second free throw goes up, and it goes in.
Cohen taking the inbound for Panas here. He's going to be met by Santor. Passes over to DeLima. Hands it off to Salaborio. Passes over to Vega. Vega turning around, trying to get past Quinones. He does, but the layup was no good. Santor up the court now.
Santor with the ball going up for the three. Hits the backboard and taken back by Panas.
Salavorio's charging in. And it looks like there's going to be a foul. Foul against Somers. Let's see who they award that to. Possibly Spano. But inbound play for Cohen and the Panas offense. He finds Wallace at the top. Over to Salavarios. Oh, trying to go to Vega, but stolen by Kai Meg. Over to O'Brien. O'Brien goes for the layup. No good, no foul. Finds Spano in the middle off the rebound. Spano, good for 2 points.
What a play. And it eventually goes in by a Spano basket for the Tuskers.
Cohen over to DeLima. DeLima trying to charge in, but whistle blown. Number 23 from Somers, Spano, another foul for him. It's going to be an inbound play, and we have number 24, Jayden Cordovez, coming in for Panas. Ball inbounded to DeLima, over to Salavarios, who had an open shot, but he decided not to take it. Over back to DeLima. DeLima out to Vega. Vega for three. Vega's three is off the rim, no good. Rebound by Somers.
There goes Santor dribbling down the court. Santor coming open. Quinones open to O'Brien. Now to Quinones. Quinones with the ball, guarded by number 5. Walter Panas finds Kemming. Kemming back to Santor. Going up, Santor. Going up for the 2, and it goes in. Philip Santor puts 50 up on the board. Tuskers up 50 to 24, doubling.
Oh, quick shot by number 24, Cordovez, off the rebound. And there might be a foul. Or someone stepped out, no foul here on 33 to Lima Panas. So it's going to be an inbound play for Somers. And Julian Rosa comes in for Leo Kaimig, and Ben O'Brien comes out for Timmy Monahan.
Now here goes Quinones with the ball. There goes Quinones. Finds Rosa. Finds Santor. Back to Spano. Spano out to Quinones, who goes for the three. It's the backboard, but recovered by Monahan. Fouls. Whistles are blown. It's going to be Walter Panas' ball, however.
Karif Martin in for Philip Santor here. Somers have doubled Panas' points, 50 to 24. And so we're going to start to see subs come in already, I believe. So Cohen with the ball here. He finds number 24, Cordovez. Stolen by Khalif Martin.
Khalif Martin going. Finds Quinones and gets the basket.
If you take a look at the scoreboard, Tuskers currently have more than double the amount of points than Panthers.
Sala Barrios up the court, gets the screen from DeLima, passes back to DeLima. DeLima charging again, and he passes it off for Cohen for a quick three-pointer.
Now we got Quinones with the ball. There goes Quinones. Quinones finds Martin. Khalif Martin up for the three, and it goes in for the Tuskers as they put up 55. They have scored 25 points in this quarter. Very impressive, most impressive quarter of the season for the Tuskers.
Amazing. Steal by Somers. Julian Rosa heading in, passes out to Quinones. Quinones up for a jump shot. That's no good. Rebound by Panas, but is tapped out of bounds by number 24, Jayden Cordovez. So it's going to be Somers' ball at about the half-court line, just a little before that.
Now it's going to be Quinones throwing it back in, finds Martin. Quinones has really been showing up for the Tuskers in the second half. As Martin goes to the basket, it's no good, and that is going to be the end of the third quarter. What a third quarter by the Tuskers. 25-7 was your score. Before we take a little break, Brandon, is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, what a quarter by Somers. Very, very hot offense. Solid defense. They limited them to 7 points in one quarter. We'll see how this rolls into the fourth quarter, but I believe this game is over pretty much. Almost no chance for Panas to come back. Yeah, that's all I got to say now.
And we will be right back after a commercial break.
We're back here for the start of the fourth quarter.
So now we got Quinones with the ball. Start of the fourth quarter. Quinones finds Monahan, back to Martin. Martin with the ball. There goes Martin. Now with the ball, we have Rosa, back to Quinones. Quinones going up for the basket. Goes around the rim, does not go in.
And during the break in between periods, Terravoro, number 34, has entered the game for Panas, and that is their only sub. No, correction, number 10, Ryan Skikovzas, has entered the game as well. He has the ball now, passes over to 24, 24 is Cortez. Back over to DeLima. And 34, Terlavoro up for 2 points.
So now dribbling down the court. We got Quinones for the Tuskers. There goes Quinones.
Okay.
Quinones to Spano. Spano finds Martin. Leaf Martin going for the basket, winds up throwing it to Rosa, who goes up for the 2, and it goes in.
What a pass there by Grief Martin. He was around the Panis defender while in the air, but he is now guarding Ryan Skaskova.
Stolen by.
And the foul, I believe, on number 10, Timmy Monahan. And Amon Rayo is subbing in for Somers, along with Philip Santor, Chris Spano, Chris Spano, yes, and Nico Quinones will come out with a score of 57-29. It's going to be Panis ball. Inbound by number 24, Cordoves. DeLima with it at the top. Over to Rooms. Rooms going for the layup. Rooms is fouled. Rooms will go to the line for Panis. A chance to break 30 points for Panis tonight. First free throw is up. Is no good. Second free throw. Second free throw is good for Panis.
And now there goes Martin. Somers currently up by 27. Martin dribbling down the court. Martin going for the basket, goes up. It rolls off the rim, does not go in.
Skozafaza now with the ball. He's trying to get back to Julian Rosa. Grief Martin to help with the defense and knocked down by Timmy Monahan. Ball rolling around, finds its way to number 24, Jayden Cordoves, for a three-pointer, and we're going to have an injury timeout.
Yeah, and while we wait, some other things to look up coming up for our club, the Daytona 500. We plan to do a club stream for that. If not, I'll be doing it on my own on my channel, which I'll make sure to share the link for on the Soma Sports Broadcast YouTube. But we'll be doing the Daytona 500, calling that lap by lap, and sport that I'm very excited to be able to include as part of our broadcast, as NASCAR up there with football is one sport that I really love.
DeLimo, who was the down player, was able to walk off the court with minimal assistance. We hope he is okay, but it's going to be Somers' ball now.
Now Somers with the ball, got Philip Santor dribbling down the court. Santor to Ryo. Back to Monahan. And Santor. Santor going. Whistle's called. Looks like it's going to be a travel.
Panis ball. Number 2, Capeta is in for DeLima now. Skazafoza working on Grief Martin to get the ball across half court. He finds number 24 Cordoves over to Rooms. Rooms at the top, back to Cordoves. Cordoves out to number 2, Cepeda. Finds its way to Skozafaza. He's trying to go for a jump shot, but it was knocked down. Grief Martin working in. Tries to go for a layup, but it's no good. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Somers' ball.
And throwing it back in for Somers is going to be Martin. All right, inside Santor. And it's going to be stolen by Panis.
Rooms looking for a layup. Is he going to get it? Yes, he does. 57-33. Now, Somers is not as hot as they were in the third quarter.
We got Martin now with the ball. There goes Grief Martin to Rosa. Rosa going up for the basket and hits the rim. Taken back by Walter Panas.
Skozafaza with the steal there. He's trying to get into the paint. He does not. Ball rolling around, finds its way to number 24, Cordovez. Cordovez at the top, up for the three. Three is no good. Karif Martin with the ball now. Karif trying to work on Skozafaza, who's playing some good defense. Karif Martin in for a layup. Layup is good. And we're gonna have a timeout called by Panas.
And we will be back in a moment. So we're back, and Tuskers looking pretty good here today, and looking to, at this point, working on running out the clock. It looks like they have their backups in now. So we have Rao in, Martin in, Rosa in, we have Monahan in, and of course we have Edelman in. Matthew Edelman moved up recently from JV. Panas throws it, finds 34, and whistle's called. Gonna be foul. So that's gonna be a sub. So now it's gonna be Decker subbing in for the Tuskers. Interesting move as it's whisked to injury here. Interesting move for the Tuskers as they sub in Chris Decker, whisked to injury here, one of the star players.
So number 34, Taylor Lavoro at the line. Free throw is up, free throw is good. That's just one of two. Number 2, Cepeda now in the game for Panas. Taylor Lavoro's second free throw is up and good. Brief Martin to inbound to Amon Rayo.
Rayo. Now it's going to be Martin with the ball. Martin going up for the layup. Basket and it goes in.
He was fouled as well, so it's going to be an and one for Brief Martin as he heads to the line.
A chance to add 1 point for Brief Martin and a foul.
We're going to have a timeout now, I believe.
Another timeout with 3:58 left, and
yes, Panas timeout there with 3:58 left in the game. I think here we're going to see all the subs come in for probably both of these teams. Panas has subbed a lot, especially since the beginning. They did not keep their starting five out there on the court for quite a long time. They kind of rotated a little more than Somers did. But now we have Matt Adelman, number 12, coming on for Somers. He was recently pulled up to the varsity team. On the court with him is Chris Decker, Timmy Monahan, Karif Martin, and Amon Rayo. Somers has pretty much got this game in the bag. So Benny, right back over to you now.
yeah, what a performance by Somers as they are looking to get their third win of the year, advancing to 3-12. They still need to double that amount of wins to get into the playoffs, but I know Coach James and the Tuskers are ready to do that task. Because just last year, the Tuskers were a 15-win team. So, Tuskers are a good team, and I know as they did lose a lot of seniors, headed off to college this past year. It was a rough year for the Tuskers, but they were able to perform the best they can, and you could see that here tonight. So, Khalif Martin on for free throws. Just went by outside. And it's going to be no good. Taken back by Panas.
Panas up with a quick three, number 2, Cepeda. But the 3 was no good, and it looks like knocked out of bounds, possibly. Or a foul. Correction, number 10, Kenny Monahan, fouled Amari Room, so he's going to head to the line with 2 shots. And Timmy Monahan coming out of the game for Julian Rosa to come in. First shot for Rooms is good. Making the score 61-38 Somers. Second shot is up. Second shot around the rim, but is no good. Rosa to bring the ball up the court. He charges in, passes back out to Rayo. Rayo over to Decker with a handoff there. Back to Rayo at the top for 3. Rayo's 3 bounces around, but is no good. Sazafoza with the ball with a quick pass to number 34, Terravoro for the quick layup. Another 2 points for Panas.
Now we got Khalif Martin dribbling down the court. Going back to Chris Decker, who's taking the ball up for the basket, unable to get it. That's going to make it Panas ball. Ball to Panas ball. The Panas Panthers came into this day needing a win, and they're going to fall short to the Tuskers as they are currently up by 21 with 3 minutes left.
Scazafoza working on Crete Martin. He finds number 24 Cordovez over to number 4 Vega. He finds his way back to Scazafoza. Over to Terravoro in the paint for a layup that is no good.
Now dribbling down the court, we have Martin with the ball, finds Decker. Decker goes up for the 3, it hits the rim, does not go in.
Scazafoza back with the ball. Find the back. He hands it off to number 24, Cordovez. Cordovez looked to be a travel there, but it was fouled before the travel. So that's going to be a foul on number 12, Matthew Adaman. So 2 shots for Cordovez here. First one is off the rim, no good. And the second shot was good here.
So now we got Khalif Martin with the ball, dribbling down the court. Up for the basket. It goes in for the 2.
Scazafoza racing up the court. Cordes up for the 3. 3 is short. 3 is no good. Kept in bounds by Julian Rosa.
Now we got Lyle with the ball to Martin. Whistle called on the play. And stay tuned to our next broadcast. We'll be doing the game next week, Friday, February 7th, versus John Jay. 100% on Local Live. I'll be here. Hopefully, we'll be doing it off of YouTube as well. We'll see who can make it there, but we'll 100% be here on Local Live. So make sure to tune into that. And then the following week, on Tuesday, February 2nd, the senior game versus Henhart here. Somers, another game that we'll be doing. Whistle's call. It looks like Kemming is going to be coming in. No, Kemming comes in. Decker goes out.
Fava taking the inbound here. He's going to be met by Khalif Martin at the half-court line. He finds his way over number 4 Vega over a 3 that is no good. And Telavoro gets the rebound, trying to go up for a layup. He is fouled. He will head to the line. First shot is no good. And the second shot is no good as well. Rebound by Matthew Adelman.
Now with the ball. We got Adelman going up for the basket. And does not get it. And now Adelman's going to be on for his free throws. So Adelman moved up from the JV squad, joining the varsity team recently. Did play in last week's game that we did. Versus Byram Hill. First one goes up and in, making it a 64-41 game. Now Adelman on for a second free throw. Second one goes up and it goes in again. 65-41 is the score. Down the court.
Scalavosa Fava with the ball and hits Khalif Martin's foot during a pass out of bounds. Inbound to Skazafaza. Skazafaza looking to shoot, doesn't have an option. He passes over. Number 2, Cepeda, who does not get the basket.
Now going down the court, we got Adelman finds Kemming. To Rosa going up for the basket. Rosa, what a night it has been for him. He is a player who has stepped up a ton for the Tuskers. Besides the starting 5, he is a key player that is making a lot of plays tonight, in addition to Khalif Martin.
Now, Vega working on the Somers defense, and he is eventually fouled. With 47 seconds remaining in the game, 65-43 Somers. He heads to the line.
So, in the line, number 4, we have number 4 of Vega. First free throw is good. Now on for a second. Vega's second free throw goes up and it goes in. To Martin with the ball, dribbling down the court. Kemming. Kymeg tries to pass to Adelman, stolen by Panas, but Tuska's able to recover. Panas gets it back. I think Panas touched it before it went out of bounds. That means it's going to be Panas' ball.
And now 24 to inbound to Fava. He's at the top, finds Vega with a lob pass. Vega finds Fava. He's fouled again. More fouls from this Somers defense. They have had so many in just this quarter. So Skazafava at the line now with 2 shots. First shot is no good. 21 seconds remaining in the game. 65-44 Somers. Skazafava for his second shot. Up, and it is good. So Somers will have the ball. Khalif Martin to hold on to it. They're just going to let the time pretty much waste out. This game is over, 65-45. Khalif Martin just holding on to the ball, dribbling.
And as there's not enough time left in the shot clock, the Somers Tuskers are going to take this one by 20, 65-45. And that is going to be the game. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I am Benny Silk. I called this game with Brandon Nappi, Jayden Ferry doing the tech, David Samuel and Philip Rosado doing the cameras for you guys tonight. I want to thank the whole crew for helping us tonight. And it's going to be the Tuskers who take it 65-45. That is the final score for this game. I'm Benny Silk, joined by Brandon Nappi. The Tuskers take it 65-45. Have a good night. See you guys next time. Watch the Soma Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports,
Back, he throws. There's two defenders on the tight end.
interview guests,
Here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
predict upcoming sport games,
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
debate sports,
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports,
Alex Bowman. I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
and much more.
I'm with
Nikki Duffy.
Dean Palzall. I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it sweet.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports Broadcast. You could find them on YouTube and Spotify.